It's water time. And you're gonna laugh at me in my house situation right now because I started this video and talked for maybe like 3 or 4 minutes and then realized that it wasn't recording. And I thought, I know for sure that I was recording just a second ago because I can see the red when I'm talking. And I realized it was because my cat had come up here and sat on the mouse. And I didn't even think about it. But he literally clicked it off. So that was a thing that happened. What a butthole. Did you know that you can play Settlers of Catan online? I did not know that until like a minute ago, and I'm super excited about it because in between, after I realized that this had stopped recording, I was looking on my Skype for a quick second, and one of my friends is bored and asked me whether or not I wanted to play a game, and I was like, sure. He said we could play League, we could play Dominion, we could play Settlers of Catan, and I said, you could play Settlers of Catan online? And he said, yeah. I had no idea. It's playkatan.com, so I haven't played it yet, obviously, but I'll let you guys know whether or not the interface is bad, because that's what I'm concerned about, is that we're going to play and I will be so confused. I had so many friends in college who used to play Risk online all the time. That was their big thing, was playing Risk with each other in our dorms, and it always looked so confusing to me. And like Magic the Gathering Online looks so confusing to me. So I'm wondering whether or not I'm going to play this and be immediately confused, or maybe it'll all work out and I'll understand it somehow. But yeah. So that's what I'm going to do when we're done talking. So now you know that ahead of time. So a couple of really awesome things that I wanted to talk about, because I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting to mention the Eevee musical, and I feel so bad. I don't know how many of you remember, I think like a couple weeks ago when I said that I had been working with Random Encounters on a video and I couldn't tell you what it was. It was a Pokemon video where I played Eevee, and it's a jazz number where I'm Eevee in a Gentleman's club. It was pretty great. And they were just great. They were amazing to work with and so patient with me when we were recording the song. And any of you who haven't seen it yet, please, please, please go and show them love. Even if you've seen it, go show them love. If you think that it deserves more eyeballs and more hugs, then I want them to know how great they did, because they did really, really well, and they were so efficient. You are not sitting on the mouse again. We are not doing this. Kitty, our relationship is falling apart. We can't do this anymore. Can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore. Huh. He's not even purring. He's like, I am so upset. I just want to sit on that mouse so badly. Normally when I hold him like that, he's immediately purring. But right now, he's upset. He's upset that he attempted to sit there, and I did not let him. Speaking of my cat, no, wait. One more time. You should totally go check out the Eevee song. We worked so hard on it. We had so much fun. I just want everybody to know that it was great. And I was really happy with the final product. So I'll put a link in the description so that you can go watch that, because, yeah, I already said that it was great, but it was great. And the thing that has to do with Sherlockcat, that's also exciting, is that the Sherlockcat shirt on Rodeo Arcade is finally up, and I'm so happy. I love it so much. I'm trying to think if, yeah, I think the boys' shirt is right here. The girls' shirt is in the wash because I immediately wore it. But I made like an announcement video on Press Heart if you want to watch that. And then you can see the girls' version. But here's the boys' version. It says, The Mysterious Case of Meerkat. And that's actually Sherlock. We took a picture of him. And then it says Sherlockcat Stories at the bottom. And I love this shirt. I love it. And I can say that the girls' version of it is very, very, very comfortable. And yeah, I was so happy because, you know, there are always going to be businesses online where you have no idea what they're like in real life. And I can say completely honestly that all of the people that work at Rodeo Arcade are so chill and creative and super sweet. I went in there, and they had asked me if I wanted to do a t-shirt with them. And I had an idea for one. I said, you know, I'd really like to do a shirt that's about my cat, because my cat's name is Sherlockcat, and he, you know, solves all sorts of mysteries around my house. And I said, I have an idea for a shirt. I'd like it to be almost Nancy Drew-esque, like the cover of a novel. And he totally got it. He's like, all right, yeah, I think I know what you mean. And his first attempt at making this shirt was like, you get it. You totally know what I wanted. That is incredible to me. So, yeah, it took like minor tweaking to get it right. And I'm really, really happy with it. And we're also doing a Twitter thing because the shirt is limited run. I didn't want it up forever. I wanted it to be kind of like a special fun thing. But everybody's liked it so much so far. Like before I even announced it, everybody was like, God, that shirt is so cute. I really like that shirt. And so I decided to do a Twitter contest where if you can come up with a cool title for the next novel in Sherlockcat stories that is either Nancy Drew-esque or Sherlock Holmes-esque, just mystery novel type of titles, then if you're chosen, if you're like my favorite one, then you get a free shirt, and if we decide to make another shirt in the series of Sherlockcat novel shirts, then we will use your title as inspiration. So I thought that that would be kind of fun, and anybody who can't afford a t-shirt right now, if you have an idea for a title, you know, it's worth going for it and seeing whether or not it's chosen, and maybe you'll get a free shirt out of it anyway. So yeah, it's so fun. Uh, I've been so excited for this shirt to be released because I just think it's like perfect. So that's another thing I'll put a link to in the description so you guys can check that out. What are you chasing? What's happening? Oh, it's your ball. He's just got so much going on in his little cat life. Silly. Trying to think if there's anything else. We did Manga Pod today, and that was good. I don't like harem manga very much because it always has the same formula of there's one guy or one girl who is fairly normal so that you can imagine yourself as that person, right? It's just one of those things where you're supposed to be able to just put yourself in the place of this. And then more and more people of the opposite sex just show up and suddenly love you. And I don't understand it. Tenchi Muyo was the most aggravating anime that I had ever watched in my life. And we decided that we should read some sort of a harem manga. Don't you eat my noodles. You and I will be fighting. I'm gonna just, nope. Thank you. I heated up noodles right before I did this. I don't know why I did that. But, yeah. So, that's the formula of a harem manga. So there's one person, and then suddenly all of these people fall in love with them out of the blue, and they're all different sorts of stereotypes of girls or stereotypes of men. And they're just aggravating to me. They're so aggravating because you always start off with like the one person who they either idolize or they don't get along with at all. And then another person comes in who kind of challenges their feelings, right? So there's that typical love triangle. And then there's another person who shows up that, you know, disrupts everything. And then another person shows up who isn't necessarily a love interest, but the main character has definitely been forward about the fact that they think that that person's attractive, and it's just more and more and more. They just like keep coming, and it is obnoxious to me. So we read Nisekoi, and it's a harem manga, and it wasn't for a decent amount of time. It was just like, it was mostly love triangle-ish, which I also get aggravated with. And, what? What is happening? What are we doing? It's under the bed. Nisekoi. The characters are great. They're well fleshed out. It's really funny, but it has that same boring formula, and Nisekoi, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Why'd you have to be boring in your formula when your characters are so great? It was like seeing Spider-Man all over again. Anywho, those are my feelings. And I am going to go play Catan and eat my noodles, but I hope that you guys had a great day. And if you would love to have that shirt, I would definitely appreciate the support. All proceeds will go towards Sherlockcat food. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. And go watch the Eevee song. Bye-bye.